Hey everybody, welcome back. I already started this lesson once, but the alert came over my phone about the governor's stay-at-home thing, and so I got to start again. So today we're going to be talking about circumference of circles, okay? So the first question here is just like what do you wonder, what do you think you need to solve this problem, okay? So it's a toilet paper tube, and if I look at that tube, okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of paper here. But if you look at that tube, it's saying, what information do you need to know what is greater, the distance around the tube or the circumference, which is what that is, or do you think the height of the tube is different? Okay, so in other words, let's say this is my tube. I don't have a toilet paper tube, but I'm going to use this piece of paper. Okay, it's cone shape. So it's saying, do you think all the way around the outside is more than it is tall, okay? Or which one is more? What I want you to keep in mind though is if you take any cone, or not cone, cylinder, and open it up, okay? It's a circle right now. If I open it up, it's a side of a rectangle, okay? That's my timed reorder checks thing. But you get the idea, okay? So if I circle it, it becomes a circumference. Ooh, where'd it go? And if I open it up, it becomes a side of a rectangle, okay? So the things that I would need to know would be the height of the tube and the circumference of the tube, okay? In order to figure out which is greater. How could she find that out? Well, I could measure the height. That's how I could find it out. And I would have to figure out, so I would measure the height. And I would have to find the circumference, okay? And then I would compare them. Okay? So what I want you to do is, this is the key thing you're getting out of here, is how do you find the circumference? Okay, circumference is going to be your diameter, as you guys started writing it, times pi, okay? So putting it letter-wise, it's C equals diameter times pi. All right, there is another way to write that, because if you think about a circle, it's a different color. Well, that was a pretty good circle. Okay, here's my diameter. Okay, if I think about it, one diameter, so my diameter is what's in the pink, right? Is how many radiuses. So if this is a radius, one diameter is equal to 2 radiuses, okay? So if you think about this formula, it's going to just depend on, you're going to see it two ways. Diameter times pi, it's literally the same formula, or you're going to see it as circumference is 2, usually it's written 2 pi r. But all it's telling me is that I'm in place of diameter, I'm putting in 2 radiuses, okay? So it's the exact same formula, it's just it can be written 2 different ways. So don't get confused if you see it sometimes with an R and sometimes with a D. It's either diameter times pi or 2 radiuses times pi. That's where that formula comes from, okay? All right, on this page. We're not measuring objects, but so I just kind of put out there, I just kind of put out how you would figure this out, okay? So we're just pretending we had object 1 and I measured the diameter as 2 centimeters. The circumference would be diameter times pi. So this would be 2 times, we're going to use 3.14, okay? So I would get 6.28 centimeters. If my diameter was 5, okay, I would do diameter times pi, which gives me, I have no idea, 5 times 4 is 20, carry my 2, 5 times 5 is 7. I should have had a calculator out. 5 times 3 is 15. It gives me 15.70 centimeters, or 15.7 centimeters, okay? and you can use a calculator, of course. If my diameter was 8, I would do 8 times 3.14. If my diameter is 10, I would do 10 times 3.14. I can do this one in my head. This one's going to be 31.4, okay? 8 times 3.14, I'm going to do that real quick. 2 by 3, 8 times 1 is 8, 9 times 1, 24, 25, so 25.12. Okay, so all I'm doing is taking whatever my diameter is, multiplying it by pi. All right, so it says on here, plot the diameter and circumference values to see what we get. So when I did 1, I'm just going to read from it. I said the diameter was 2, so here's my diameter is my x, my circumference is my y. So my diameter was 2, my circumference was 6.28. So it looks like these go by 2s. So if this was 2, 2, 4, 6.28 would be about there, okay? Close enough. All right, if my diameter was 5, I said it was 15.7. So if here's 5, 15 is going to be about halfway between the 10 and 20, almost up to the 16. So let's put it about there, okay? If I did 8, which would be right here, my diameter was 8, my circumference was 25.12. So I'm going to go up to about, here's be 22, 24, so about right there, okay? And then the last one I did was 10, and I said that was 31.4. So 10 would be about 31.4, okay? So think about that. And 20, let's say that if I know what 10 is, 20 is going to be double that, so that would be 62.8. So let's just put that up just to get a reference one. Okay, so what do you notice about those lines? We should notice something by now. I do have a ruler. So if I connected these, and again, these aren't exact points, right? Because it's not going by ones. It makes a straight line. So what does that tell me? That this is a proportional graph, okay? Plot the, okay, we did that. So this is a proportional equation. It's going to keep going like that because circumference is diameter times pi, okay? So this is like my y, and this is like my x. This is my number. This would be my 3.14, okay? So there's no plus or minus with it, so it's a proportional relationship, okay? Just so you know. It will keep going up. Okay, so on this one, it is asking me to, here are 5 circles. One measure for each circle is given in the table, and I have to figure out the circumference, okay? Now, again, I didn't grab a calculator because I wasn't thinking ahead, so and I'm gonna stop the video to go grab it because then I have to start over. So we're just gonna wing it. So it says circle A is the diameter, okay? Now, I know the circumference is diameter times pi, or 3.14d, diameter times pi. So on this one, I would do 3 times 3.14, okay? We already did 10, but we're gonna do it again. 10, circle B, it's saying the diameter is 10. 10 times 3.14, okay? All right, if I multiply that out, I get 9.42 centimeters, not squared because it's not area. And this one, if you multiply by 10, you just move that over once, 31.4 centimeters. All right, this one's giving me, oops, I'm not even on the right thing, sorry. I need to put that up there again, sorry, I didn't push it up. So this one was giving me the diameter, I multiplied it by pi, I got the circumference. My diameter times pi, I got the circumference. This one's giving me the circumference, so I'm not multiplying that by pi. It's this number times pi is equal to 24. So that means on this one, I'm going to have to do 24 divided by 3.14, okay? Because it's this number times pi is equal to that. So for this one, I know the circumference, so I would do 18 divided by 3.14 to get pi. Now in circle E, it's telling me that the circumference is 1, or the diameter is 1. So this is diameter times pi, so 1 times 3.14 gives me 3.14, okay, centimeters. Now these I would just have to divide out, and I would do them on a calculator. I'm going to do them real quick and round them to, and kind of round them. So if I did 3.14, remember when you do long division, you move this over twice. That means I have to move this one over twice. I'd say about how many 3's go into 24, which would be 8. That's more than 3, and that would be exactly 8, so I'm going to try 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 1 times 1 is 7, that's 9. 7 times 3 is 21. That was a good guess. That would give you 2. That would give me 0. And that would give me 2. I'm just going to go 1 decimal place. So I would bring down a 0. Well, I know 7 times is 2,198. That's another 300, probably 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 6, 7, 8. And here's 18. 6, that would be 11. That would be 9. That would be 1. Okay. So I'm going to say it's about 7.6. Okay. Oops, I did it at the wrong spot. 7.6 here. And then I would do the same thing with the 18. I literally on a calculator would just do 18 divided by 3.14. Okay? So the key things you're getting out of this lesson are how to find circumference and how to find diameter if you're given circumference. So if I want to find the circumference, it's my diameter times pi. If I want to find the diameter, it is circumference divided by pi. Those are the two formulas you need for this lesson. Okay? All right. That is about it for that. Again, here's a little bit with the, we're not going to do this part, but the summary to kind of let you know, help you if you got stuck. It's showing you in here that there's 3 different things that are commonly used for pi. 22/7 is used when it's a multiple of 7. It's a lot easier to use 22/7 and multiply by 3.14. We probably won't use anything quite that big, 3.14159, okay? Sometimes use the pi key on the calculator, okay? We're going to use the 3.14 for right now, okay? All right, I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. Bye.